Hello, my name is Rebecca and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be doing book recommendations for autumn for the Unhinged Girlies. And if you don't know what an unhinged girly is, it's somebody who wants to read a book that is like a fever dream, who maybe watched too much Courage the Cowardly Dog as a kid. She wants to read books in which the main character isn't the most mentally stable, isn't a likable character. The books I'm going to recommend are for Unhinged Girlies for autumn, and that means it maybe has a little bit of like dark academia, maybe it has a little bit of horror or death and dying. The first book that is major Unhinged Girly vibes is Bunny, and it's, I think, perfect for the fall as well. This book is dark academia meets Mean Girls, and definitely like dark feminist kind of vibes. When you're done with the book, you definitely feel like you went through some sort of fever dream. This book is either you like it or you hate it. I really liked it, but this is the, like, I feel like the ultimate Unhinged Girly book, and kind of what the other books I'm going to recommend are kind of based off of. My next recommendation is Disorientation by Elaine Shu, and this is a racial satire book that follows our main character, Ingrid Yang, who is a 29-year-old PhD candidate in her last year of her dissertation, which is on a Chinese American poet. But when Ingrid finds out a dark secret about this poet, she kind of goes down a path of intrigue, mystery, and really understanding a little bit more about herself and society and all of that kind of stuff. This book I think is really great if you want that kind of like academia feel. I think this also would be a really good like book club book as well. This next book is for if you're really wanting more of like a dark and spooky kind of vibe, and this book is Fun Home by Alison Bechdel, and yes, it is the Bechdel from the Bechdel test. And this is a what she calls a tragic comic. It's really like a dark comic. There's a lot of like inappropriate pictures, so let me find it's like a dark kind of comic. A lot of like naked pictures, so yeah, there's that. This comic is about Alison's childhood growing up in the family funeral home, which they call it the Fun Home. And it touches on living in a funeral home, but also the strained relationship with her family, her dad being a closeted gay man, her own queerness, and of course, death and dying. So this is a little bit funny, but it is more serious, a little bit more dark. Definitely some satire. I really loved how she and her father used literature to connect to each other and kind of tell each other things that they couldn't say out loud just because that's the way that their family was. They weren't very direct. But I think this is a great read, especially for the fall, especially for the girlies that are a little bit weird. The next book I am going to recommend is especially for those of you who want something with a little bit more of an innovative writing style, and that is definitely this book, Tomb Sweeping by Alexandra Chang. I think all of these covers are amazing. This is a collection of short stories that really touches on our place in society, our relationship with technology, death and dying, and individualism versus collectivism. But yeah, this is less spooky, but more kind of just like interesting, thinking about society kind of book. This next book, like Bunny, is definitely feels like a fever dream in a lot of different kinds of ways, and it's definitely a you love it or you hate it kind of book. But this is Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder, or Yoder, I'm pretty sure. And this is a story of a kind of newish mother. She has a toddler, and her dealing with her identity, going from kind of the artist community to being a stay-at-home mother and what that kind of means for her, until one day she discovers that she's turning into a dog, into a canine, in a way that's kind of like a werewolf, but not really. And all the things that kind of come with that. And if she leans into being a dog, or if she kind of leans away from being a dog as well. So this is definitely a book, especially if you're a mother. I think you might like it. It's really weird for sure, but if you like those kind of books, if you're an unhinged girly, you might like this. It's definitely on the weirder end. And this last book I'm recommending reminds me a little bit of Black Mirror. It's definitely a little bit more on the grotesque ends of things. But this book is Cursed Bunny, and it is again a collection of short stories, kind of like tomb sweeping. Look how good these look together. Amazing. But these are a little bit more, I would say, gory. It's a mixture of dark fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. I think that Bora Chung does a good mixture of different kinds of genres throughout this book, but this is definitely a great book if you are a little feral, a little unhinged, like a little bit of grotesqueness. It's not necessarily like scary, it's just creepy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if there's other books that you would kind of put in this like unhinged autumn girl season. Let me know, and please, if you want to see more videos like this, give me a like and subscribe if you have not already. Bye-bye.